Hey y'all. Look, I'm sorry. I'm late. I was trying to get my Wi-Fi and stuff together. I had everything set up and then boom, it just all shut down. But hey Tanira, hey Velvet, hey Wings, hey Courtney. What's going on, y'all? I do apologize for the delay, y'all. I am sorry. I had no intentions on making y'all wait this long. Hey, do tell. Hey, never surrender. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Xtina. Hey, Theo. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Come on in. This is our life. Hey, love, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Look, yeah, look, it's been a while, a long time coming, but I'm glad to be over that hump. And I'm thankful for all the love and support that everybody showed. Hey, Carolyn, thank you for coming in, love. And if y'all can, on your way in, go ahead and hit the like button for me. Definitely do that, please. And if you have to leave, I understand. Just make sure y'all hit that button for me. That button is very important to keep me, to keep YouTube pushing me out there. So, but look, y'all, how y'all doing today? It's Tuesday. I just want to start off the day doing what we do every Tuesday. Tell me what it is. What did you do for you today or this week, this weekend? What accomplishment did you make? What did you do for you? How did you make you feel good? Thank you, Tanira. I want to hear today what did you guys do for you? Hey, Janet. Hey, twin. Thank y'all for coming in. So y'all know every Tuesday I want to hear, you know, what goals did you achieve? What did you do to relax yourself or make yourself feel good? What did you do to make yourself happy? Thank you, Xtina. Look to here, so I ain't did nothing but go to work. All right, well, look, if you haven't done anything yet that made yourself smile or made you feel good or like you accomplished something, pick one thing, great or small, whatever means good, means something to you or makes you feel good. Take time out, even if it's just a minute, to do that for you and put a smile on your face. So Courtney says, I got some Mexican for dinner. Look, hey, if that makes you feel great. Sonya said, child, I just had the best nap. Hey, Woo. Okay. So Never Surrender says, I feel more savings envelopes today. Okay, are you doing Shay's World's savings challenge? LeBay said I grabbed an ice cold Heineken after my long day. I'm relaxed now. Hey, look, that sounds good to me. Shoot. If that helps you relax, help you wind down, then that's what you want to do. Shoot, if that makes you feel good, then that's what we got to do. Now, the Shade Savings Challenge is definitely a good challenge. So I'll be probably dropping a video on that later in the week. Hey, Bambi, thank you for coming in, boo. Xena says I'm ready to sleep. Look, I ain't mad at you. But for those of y'all just coming in, what I'm asking everyone is what did you do for you today, over the weekend? What goals did you achieve to make you feel good or make you feel relaxed, make you smile? Not what you did for other people, but what you did that made you smile. It was all 22 ounces of euphoria. Look, I ain't mad at you. But look, y'all. Um, Today I just relaxed. For me, I just relaxed. I laughed a little bit. Um, I didn't do a lot today, y'all. I didn't do a lot. But the thing about it is, me not getting caught up in all the stress of the world and all this other stuff that goes on, not getting caught up in the stress of YouTube or family stuff. I just relaxed today. And that was so good for my mind, my spirit, and just my health all together. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't indulge in a bunch of bullshit today. You know what I'm saying? A lot of negativity. I didn't do any of that. I didn't watch anything on TV that was gonna like feed me negativity. I was just everything was all about um just being light. Right, Tanir says, I'm glad you got some relaxation. That's important. And that's really what it was, y'all. Relaxation. I feel great mentally, physically. Um, Now, I did do a lot of thinking. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I'm pretty sure all of y'all know, last night, y'all, I hit my 1K. And I am so thankful for that. I'm really excited about that. I felt good about it. And I got to be honest with y'all, last night I was really overwhelmed. And it wasn't because, hey, Muck, thank you for coming in, boo. Y'all, and look, I hit my 1K last night and I was overwhelmed. I couldn't think of anything to say but thank you. Um, and it wasn't because I hit my 1K. It was because of the love that I felt, the love and support that I felt. And for me, that meant more than anything. That was more important to me than actually um, reaching my 1K. Thank y'all. Thank you, babe. And thank you, y'all. Mukbang in here. And I definitely want to give an extra thanks to her. I want to give an extra thanks to Sonia because y'all, those two were rocking with me for real. Sonya was rocking with me all day because I was in these YouTube streets networking and stuff. So Sonya was riding with me all day from spot to spot, checking on me, making sure I was doing it. So my twin, she was with me all day. And then Muck, look, my sister, my spiritual sister, look, man, just y'all know that girl rocks with me. I rock with her. I love her. Look, I had wings in the background keeping me motivated. Bambi was always out there, promoting me in my channel. I mean, I think for a month straight, Bambi has been it's probably been over a month. Bambi has been promoting my channel, promote me getting to my 1K. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to people like Velvet, Tanira, and Courtney. Hey, woo. Y'all come in here, Leoma, Miss Louisiana, y'all come in here every week and y'all rock out with me from beginning to end. Y'all show real love, and I'm thankful to y'all. B Charmer, Miss Janice, I'm thankful to y'all. That's love, y'all. That's family. That's family. So I'm glad I hit the 1K. I'm thankful for that. But I am more thankful to the family that I have. And this is not even about crying. Y'all, this is about being able to come to a place and find true love. Like hey, Lisa, thank you for coming in, boo. But there's nothing like having real ass people that hold you down. And family is family. You and family, y'all have moments where, y'all get on each other's nerves. You be ready to cuss each other out. You be like, damn, I need a break from your ass. And you take your break, but you come back and you love and you support each other. And there's nothing like it. There's nothing like being able to go to another platform and people talk about the kind of love that they see when they come into your chat. There's nothing like it. People say, yeah, that's a whole village over there because they know we rock hard with each other. And it's a real family. Yeah, we got our own personal families. Hey, Jay Blazing, thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, love. Look, but it's the real thing though. When you got your blood family, you got people that been rocking with you all your life. You got your friends, you got your co-workers, whoever you've been rocking with, They love you true enough, but then to have a family that you've bonded with that you've never actually laid eyes on or been able to hold or been in their actual presence, and they love you hard, rock with you hard. They celebrate your wins when you're sad and going down. They cry with you, but they also cry and lift you up. They don't cry and let you stay down. They like, girl, get your ass up off this damn floor. That's what you need. That's family, right? That's family, right? That's love. Those are the kind of people you want in your life. And my thing is tonight I wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about some real life stuff. Nope, I am not doing a 1K celebration. I did my celebrating during your live last night. That was all the celebration I needed. We rocked out. We listened to music until early in the morning. People showed me love from different platforms. That was it. That's all I needed. I don't need to celebrate anything further because love was celebrated last night. And I saw how many people love me. So if anything, I will just be probably doing something just to tell everybody thank you. So we rocked out. We did it, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, y'all got me there in like, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes. It happened so fast. It happened so fast. And I'm thankful for it. So if y'all looked at my title, it was called Why Me? And the why me comes from us trying to stick to our purpose, right? Hey Marquita, thank you for coming in, love. But this why me is talking about us and us trying to stick to our purpose and having things that we're working on or trying to figure out what it is. What does life like what is it for me? What am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? God, you got me going through this. You got me going through that. This is happening. That is happening. I want to do this, but it's not going the way I think it should go. It's not feeling the way I think it should feel. Why? Why me? Why, when I look at this person over here, it looks so easy, but when I do it, I'm catching hell? Why is it that they give me a hard time? They won't give it to me, but they'll give it to her, or they'll give it to him. Why is it that this person can find love, but I can't find love? Why is it that this person is having so much success with their channel and I'm not having it with my channel? Y'all, how many times have you looked at someone else's success and tried to compare yourself? You don't even realize you're doing it. You try to measure yourself according to someone else's success and level in life and stage where they are. But see, what we have to remember is we always say, you can't talk about a person until you walk in their shoes. You're not meant to walk in their shoes. You are never meant to walk in their shoes. Hey, Kansas Cook. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. But look though, y'all, you're never meant to walk in someone else's shoes. Your shoes are specifically for you. So when you're walking and you're trying to get to a certain place in life, but guess what you're doing? A lot of times we don't even realize it. We're looking at other people and we're saying, it took them 3 months to get to this point. I'm 2 months in and I'm not even halfway there. Well, baby, quit looking at them. The reason you can't get to where you're going is because you're rubbernecking. You're looking at them. See, when people get to a certain place or they're doing certain things, what you have to consider is their opportunities, people that they know, what God has equipped them with, and what they were meant to learn on their journey. You also don't know what they had to go through to get there. You don't know what they're going through. Now I'm going to go drop down and look at some of these comments in the chat. Wing said, I used to question things back in my younger day. Excuse me, y'all. But I now know that's what's meant for me will be. Absolutely. Velvet said it's all about God's timing and your faithfulness. Hey, say it, Velvet. That's the truth. Muck said, fine line between being inspired and measuring and competing. You need to have tunnel vision. Look ahead, not to the side. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, everyone's journey is unique and different. And that's absolutely true. See, when you're going on a path and you're on your journey, see, hey, 247, thank you for coming in, boo. When you're on your journey, excuse me, y'all. I don't mean to keep clearing my throat, but for some reason, it's getting scratchy. I apologize, y'all. I got a little water here to see if that helps. But when you're on your journey, see, the way God set things up for us is that we are meant to learn things along the way. Wayne says, I'm not getting that police slip trying to walk in somebody else's shoes. My Nikes will get me where I'm supposed to be soon enough. Hey, that part. Right. So stay in your lane. Stay in your own pair of shoes. Thank you, twin. But look, though, when you on your journey, you are meant to learn certain things. Though you will fail, you will cry, you will be pissed off, you will have good days, you will have bad days, you will have excellent days. You will meet people who will bless you. You will meet people who will hate on you. All of that stuff is meant to teach you a lesson. It's to make you tough. It's to show you things. If you skip all of that and just rush to the end, when you get there, you won't know what the hell to do. But you have to go, you have to go your path. You have to go your journey. Because your personality, the way you move, the way you speak is not the same as everybody. Now, Muck says what looks really easy to you for someone else can actually be hard, right? You have no idea what the person is going through. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying, Muck, is, when you're on your path, you have to stay focused on you and what you're doing. You can't look to the left or to the right. So I'm gonna say this. Have you ever wondered why you're going through something in life and it's like, man, why am I, God, why me? Why am I the one? Why am I going through this? Why you chose me to go through this? Why this person gets to do this, but I gotta do that? Why you allow this to happen to me? Why you allow this to happen to my family member or this person or that person? Well, see, the thing about it is God knows what you can handle and he knows what you can't handle. Hey, Keisha, thank you for coming in. God isn't going to allow you to go through something that he hasn't equipped you to handle. People who go through things, stuff that you've been through, it's meant to teach you something. It's meant to make you stronger. You hear me now? It's meant to teach you something. It's meant to make you stronger and to prepare you for the next level. Now, sometimes you got to repeat those lessons more than once because you didn't get it the first time. Sometimes we're hard-headed and we're too busy trying to do things the way we want to do them. And then we got to retake the class, retake the course all over again. God will continue to give you the same test over and over and over until you get it, until you pass. You keep making the same crazy decisions, you're going to keep getting the same results until you learn your lesson. And once you learn your lesson, guess what that means? You're ready for the next level in life. That's your growth. That's your growth. You can't grow if you're doing the same thing over and over and over and not learning from it. If you don't learn from your experiences, then it's pointless. Everything that you go through is a lesson. It hurts because it's, again, I'll say this all the time. It hurts because you're building muscle mass. How many times have you gone to the gym? How many of y'all are doing Bambi's what is it that what's the name of that? Bambi, where you at? What's the name of your challenge? Drop it challenge. What's the name of Bambi's challenge, y'all? With the 100 squats. Well, whenever y'all think of it, somebody drop it in the chat. But Bambi has a challenge out right now where you drop down and get your eagle on, where you do 100 squats, right? When you do those 100 squats, your thighs are killing you. It's burning. Your muscles are burning. Yeah, drop down and get your eagle on. Just name her challenge. Baby, when you get done with those, if it's not the same day that your thighs feel like they're about to fall off, it's going to be the next day and the next day and the next day. You're going to have noodle legs. But guess what? Once those muscles that have been torn and stretched out from dropping down, once those muscles start to heal, you're going to be stronger, right? So the next time you do that challenge, it's going to be easier. And guess what? Once you do it that time and your muscles, they heal again, the next time you do it, it's going to be easier, right? Every time you do it, the more you do it, the easier it's going to get and the stronger you're going to get. The stronger you're going to get. So all I'm saying all that to say is when you're going through life and things seem tough and it seems hard and you can't understand why it hurts so bad and why God is allowing you to go through things, remember He's building muscle mass. He's preparing you for the next level. And guess what? On the next level, there will be more. There will be more obstacles. There will be other things there to distract you. But guess what? God He set you straight in the previous challenge, right? On that last level, He equipped you with everything. He prepared you. He strengthened you. He took you through the course. You succeeded there, right? You passed that course. Well, now you're ready for the next test. You're ready for the next lesson. The next step to getting closer to fulfilling your purpose in life. So guess what He's going to do? He's worked out your legs. Now we're going to work on your abs. So you're going to be doing crunches. Crunch time, wearing those abs out, right? Wearing your abs out. So guess what? You got to start doing those crunches. And just like those thighs, it's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to hurt a lot. It's going to hurt a lot. But guess what? You're building muscle mass. So the next time, it's going to be easier. Now, I'm going to drop down and read some of these comments in the chat. Keisha says, believe me, I know. I've been going through it since May 19. Lisa said, God is building muscle mass. Now, that's a word. Hey, you better catch it. Canvas Cook says, I lived in Texas for the past 4 years, and there was a lot of snakes, scorpions, tarantulas. I always wonder why there are deadly scorpions, deadly snakes, and deadly spiders. Well, look, that's, Now, Candace Cook. Now that I can't answer for you, but that'll have to be another live, boo. That'll be another live. But Muck said some of these why me mountains we climb aren't even for us. They're for the next person. And Muck, we'll get to that in a minute. But right now, y'all, right now, it's about focusing on you and your path. And Muck just said something that we're absolutely going to touch bases on. Hey, don't make me drop the link in here for you now. As a matter of fact, Muck, I'm about to go and drop this link for you anyway. I don't know what you're doing. I don't even care. But Muck, yeah, I dropped that thing. Now I'm gonna let y'all know I don't allow anybody to get on my panel. So if you're not invited, don't, not to be rude, but to keep things in order. I won't let you up without the invitation, okay? Or without discussing it with me. Twin know that she has access to the panel. And then Muck. So I'm just being, look. Hey, Scorp. Thank you, boo, for coming on in. But look, though, y'all. This muscle mass, you got to build that thing. You got to build that thing right on up. No, did I add her? Okay, there she go. Hey, boo.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hello. Thank you for coming on up. I saw you down there dropping those gems. I'm like, let me get her, because she in here typing all kind of stuff.
You know now.
I'm like, look, sis got a word in her, too.
Hey, Destiny.
Sure. Hey, Destiny. Thank you for coming in, boo.
Yeah, but that's some good stuff you was dropping. I think a lot of us question um that very thing. Why me? Is and people react to things that happen differently. Sometimes people are like, it's always me. Something is always happening to me. Everything I try, I fail at, or it never works out for me, or love never works out for me. Some people take that approach, whereas though some other people are just like, okay, it's just the way it goes, keep going, start over, whatever I have to do. But I definitely know a thing or two about repeating lessons. And, if you don't get the lesson the first time, you will revisit it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like, a 365-degree turn, and, it's gonna come back. So if you don't get the lesson the first time, you are going to revisit it over and over again until you master it.
And the thing about that is some people get confused and they get lost in that having to repeat the lesson over again, and they become depressed. Instead of saying, and they get caught up in the, God, why are you allowing this to happen to me? They get caught up in the woe is me, the self-pity of it, instead of trying to understand what is actually happening. Why? Let's talk about why it's happening, why it's making you feel the way it's making you feel, and what you can do to change it. Some people, they can't get over the pain to think about what they can do to change it, because they're so caught up in being uncomfortable, in being hurt, or being mad at the person who's causing their pain. We get caught up in wanting revenge, instead of realizing that that person is only there to teach you a lesson.
Right.
They don't matter. They really don't matter. But we give them more power than what they are initially meant to have. You're just meant to learn something from them, whether it's self-control, what it is that you're willing to take, how far you're willing to go, learning your boundaries, learning what you can handle and what you can't. And some
Yeah,
stuff is meant to make you tough.
yeah, that's true. It is, and they're really, it can become a really dangerous place because sometimes people just give up completely,
Hmm.
and
They
that's,
do.
that goes back to what you were saying about the depression and the self pity, um, and things like that. Because whether people they believe in a higher power or they believe in God or whatever the case may be, sometimes just
Hmm.
I think because we are wired and just because of what we saw, and we take on that approach that and then comparing to other people, like, okay, this person, every time they try, let's say, a business venture, it works out great, they're very successful. As soon as I try something, I fall or I fumble. Why me? Nothing ever works right for me. And then they start going back to all kinds of things like, oh, when I was in high
Right.
school, this didn't work out for me, or when I was in middle school, this didn't work out for me. And if they have a multiple family, they may feel like they were the child that wasn't favored in the family. Like, all these things play a
Hmm.
part in this stuff.
It does. But see, when we're doing, again, that goes back, like you said, it's the why me's, right? But
Hmm.
see, God chooses us.
Yes.
Even like you said, even if you don't believe in God, you spiritual faith, fate, universe, God chooses you. You're set
Hmm.
aside because you're special and your purpose is different. You have to walk a different path. You have to go through things differently. And we get caught up again because we're looking at other people and we're thinking that our life is supposed to mirror theirs and is
Right.
not.
Right. Yep. Yep.
And
I
that's
deal.
where the
I deal with
confusion
that.
comes in.
I deal with that with my daughter, with one of my daughters, a lot. And I'm like, the things that you possess, the gifts that you have. I don't know anybody who can do the things that you do, but yet you're focusing on somebody else. Why?
Right, right, right. And sometimes we miss out on what our true gift is, what our gift to the world is, because we admire someone else's gift and we want theirs, but we miss
Hmm.
our own.
Right.
See, some people may want to be able to sing. You may not be a singer, but you may be the best songwriter.
Right.
You may not be able to write a song, but you can sing one, or you can play an instrument, or you can
Yeah.
dance.
And I can relate to the singing thing because, like most of y'all know, my family is full of singers, from my grandmother to my parents to my grandfather, my aunts, all that stuff. And I'm so musically inclined. I love music and all of that, but I'm not a singer. You know what I'm saying? I can hum a tune, of course, but
Mhm,
I'm not a singer. However,
mhm,
my sister can sing her face off, and I know she don't love music the way that I do. And
mhm.
but that's just the way it worked out. But I can write though. I can write music. I can hear music. That gene, it wasn't for me, and I get it all the time from people. Like, the first thing they ask me if they find out this person I'm related to this person or that person is, can you sing? That's the first question people ask me. And that used to get on my nerves a lot. I'm at a point in my life right now where it's fine. But when I was younger, when I was in my teenage years and my 20s and stuff like that, that used to really bother me.
Mm.
So it's not, what you're saying can relate to a lot of different areas. You know what I mean? It can relate to, and I definitely know that, you know, it's different things that have been placed in people, whether it's in your family or your friends or whatever. Like you were just saying about, hey, why didn't I get that gift? because
Right,
it just wasn't for you.
right.
You
Now
have
I'm
your
gonna
own gifts.
right. Now I'm gonna kind of piggyback on you with your singing. For me it was dance. My family, my nickname growing up was Party Machine because I would dance to any beat, sound, click, beep. It can be the sound going off in the car when the car door open, and I would
Hmm.
dance to it. Um, I taught myself how to do all kind of dance moves, flips, splits, all this kind of stuff before I actually took a real dance class. And I remember in middle school, I tried out for the dance team for the band. Now, leading up that whole week for tryouts, I was killing everything.
Hmm.
The day of the tryouts, I fell flat on my face and I didn't make the team. My friend who had struggled all week made the team. She
Mm.
had one good performance that got her on the team. I had one bad performance. I didn't get on the team. That broke my spirit as a 12-year-old. That broke my confidence. A couple of years later, I wanted to join the dance team in high school. However, things didn't line up. Somebody lied to me about the trials. I missed them.
Wow.
So again, my attempt at dancing was missed. Hey, thank you for coming in.
Hey, Uncle Beehive.
My Yeah, so my opportunity at dancing had been missed. But what I was able to do was actually join the dance club in the school. Now I'm saying all this to say, um, I ended up dancing for real, but I ended up dancing at church. I was at home one day listening to Mary Mary CD and just listening to it, and I created a dance. My mom saw me do the dance. She thought it was great. She told me, "Oh, you ought to show Pastor and First Lady." I showed it to him at Wednesday night at Bible study. My pastor said, "I want you to do this Sunday." So, boom, 14 years old, I do the dance that I made at home in my mom's living room Sunday morning. Standing ovation at the church, people crying, people came, hugged me tight, told me that it blessed them. Guess what? After that, I started teaching dance at my church. And that started a 10-year thing for me where I was teaching dance all over Birmingham. I was part of dance productions. I was creating dances. I was, God, that was my gift.
You were
I
the
wanted to,
choreographer.
that was my gift.
Hmm.
Even, I didn't even have to perform after a while. It was me just being able to create the dance, teach. I was going to different churches. I was teaching at different after school programs. I was going around to different schools. I could do any style of dance that you asked me to do. I could pick up any type of dance moves. I can still do it now. Also, because I knew music, I could pick up on music. So I could create a beat. So I was doing step teams. Like I'm an AKA. So for my step team for 10 years straight, I was doing step shows and we won every year. So my reason for saying that is I thought that I was supposed to be in the forefront in the beginning, and I couldn't understand why people who couldn't dance like I could dance, who couldn't move the way I could move, who wasn't as creative as I was, were able to be out in the forefront, and I wasn't. But that
Right.
wasn't my gift. My gift was to be a creator, the choreographer, the teacher, and
Hmm.
also, that was how I built my relationship with God and became a better woman. It taught me about me. I was able, when I was teaching the after school program, there was a little girl named, I'll never forget her, her name was Tiara. And everybody in the after school program thought she was a wild child. They thought she was bad. They talked down to her. They talked about that girl like she was the worst child they had ever seen. And in my class, I'm not gonna lie, she started off tough. But that was because so many people had told her she was bad. She was an 8-year-old little girl. But when she came in my class, guess what? You know what? You got all this energy. We gonna channel it. She turned out to be one of my best dancers. And then by the end, she ended up being one of the best students in that after school program. Her mom came to me and said, I don't know what you said to my daughter. I don't know what you did, but she is not the same Tiara she was before you came around. See,
Mm,
that was what my purpose was in dance, was giving
right.
back. Girls that I taught, they went on to go to college and dance and get scholarships and dancing. They have dance teams now. They're still teaching. So that was my gift. But a long time, I just I was upset because I wanted to be I wanted to be in the forefront in a different way. God was like, "No, I gave you this gift, but you got to use it the way that I want you to use it." And that's
Right.
what people get upset about. They have these gifts, but they want to use them the way that they want to use them, and then get mad because they're not having success. You got
Right.
to listen to what you're being told to do. That's why you're having trouble because you're trying to do it your way.
Yeah. And trust
And a
and
lot of
believe.
times,
There
mhm,
you, if it's your gift, you have the ability to do it. You have everything that you're equipped with to do it, to execute it. But if it's not yours, if you're operating under a gift that doesn't belong to you, if you're just copying and mimicking and things like that, it's just not going to work. And people will line up, the right people, somebody will hear about it, you'll get in touch. People will be lined up to be there to support you through something that
mhm,
is innately in you. If you don't know, but most times it's something that you already know how to do very easily. Second
mhm,
nature.
absolutely, absolutely. And a lot of people have gifts, they don't know what to do with them, or they're afraid of them.
Yeah, and how about not believing it? You know what I'm saying? Having a
Right,
gift and not believing in it. Like, oh, people are gonna think
mhm,
this is stupid or something like that.
right,
Because that
or
happens
being
too.
too shy.
Yeah. When it's your gift, doors will open up and make room for you. Absolutely. I believe that. I've seen it happen time and time again.
Right. And see, sometimes too, people think that gifts mean some spectacular talent.
Right.
It doesn't have to be the arts or sport or you tell jokes. Your gift
Yeah.
can be as simple as being a great listener.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
gift can be a calm, warming demeanor where someone can be walking past you in a store one day and they feel that warmth from your smile or the eye contact and it calms them. See, people don't realize the gifts that they have that's on the inside of them.
Mhm.
People think they're supposed to be all spectacular and, you know, oh, yes, I can turn water into wine. I can heal the
Right.
blind. I can make people
Right.
cry. I can, no, it's not all the time that. Also, your purpose isn't necessarily all the time to change the world. Sometimes your purpose is to just change one.
Yeah. Very true. And I think, like you said, I think being a good listener is a gift. Some
Mhm.
people have the gift of just being giving, where they give their hearts, they give their time, they give their ear. Whether it's sometimes you talk to people And no matter how you're feeling, when you talk to them, you always feel better. That's a
Right.
gift. If I'm having a very rough time, and it's really only one person that I can go to that can really make me feel better about things, because my source is always God first, and then I try to come to some resolve within myself. Writing is really big for me in that respect. And again, it took me a long time to get to this place, but sometimes I need a little help. Okay. And
Mhm.
that I have a person that I go to, and if I don't speak with her, it's like I just don't, that calmness or whatever about the situation. It's like as soon as I talk to her, everything makes sense just like that. And this has been
Mhm.
for years, and I know that um she got me through some really tough times when I was a young mother, when I had my first child, and things like that. And I thought like I would never be able to depend on her in this way, because we already had like a kind of rocky start, because she's my stepmom. So, but that's my person. That is my one person who, and she's not just that for me. She's that for so many people. And so I know that that is her gift. But whatever it is,
Mhm.
always the most difficult thing that seems like you can't make sense of it. And she always makes me feel better about it. So that
Mhm.
is just a gift that a gift that she possesses. But everybody doesn't, we get caught up, like you said, in this word gift. And I guess it's because we call it gift that sometimes people are intimidated by that. But if it's
Right.
something that God gave you, it's a God given gift. I look at it as, um, anything that God gives you, um, it should be treated as such. It should be treated in a very, very high respect. Anytime I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't feel like doing this, and I know I'm operating under my gift, it's always like I have to, because if I don't, I'm dishonoring God, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
What if I'm the only person that has the information that you need?
Right.
And then I just choose not to give you the information because I'm being selfish, or because I don't feel like it today, or whatever the case may be. No,
Mm.
I think every situation is uniquely designed, just like we're all here in this chat right now. We don't know who this conversation is about, if it's about us, if it's for us, if it's for everybody that's in here. We don't know. But I feel like everything and everybody is placed where they are supposed to be at different moments, and you're like, oh, it was the wrong place at the wrong time type of thing, and or whatever the case may be, but it's always a reason um behind these times and these situations and stuff like that. So, you might
Right.
meet somebody who gives you a word, a kind word, and or a word that changes your life, and you may never even see them again in this life.
Right. Right.
It's just, you just never know.
And you just said something um, that I think we need to do. You talked about, we get caught up in the word gift. And so, what we may need to do, and this is for everyone, instead of calling it a gift, maybe we should, we should be more, we should start using purpose, the word purpose more, because that's really what it is, the purpose for your life, what God has planned for you,
Hmm.
your journey, your purpose in life, because some people spend their entire life being prepared. And when I
Yeah.
say their entire life, it may take God 50 years to get you ready for one day or 1 hour. Hey, Vegas girl, thank you for
Mm.
coming in. But it may take God 50 years to prepare you. If y'all ever think about some people that go to school to be a doctor, and you realize they've been in school for what seemed like 1,000 years. All they've been they've gone to get this master's, this doctorate, this degree, this residency, and they had to go study here, and they had to go do this and do that, all just to be this particular type of doctor. They spend
Mhm.
all these years learning and studying, and then come to find out, even once they do become a doctor, they still have to learn because medicine is still changing. They're always perfecting, they're always learning. So I'm
Yep.
saying that to say is that you can spend your whole life trying to get to where God has called you to be. And I don't know how to explain that any other way, because some people always say, well, why haven't I found my purpose yet? Listen, 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 follow your heart.
I
You
think
will things Go ahead. Because maybe you can help me dig into
that's
this a little bit deeper.
and I think that's one of the biggest things that people question about their lives. What is my purpose? I think that's one of the biggest things that people question. And because
Hmm.
people don't always know. And when they do know, sometimes people don't always accept that. Sometimes people run away from their purpose. They know what it is and they run. Um, but again, it can be very intimidating for some when we use the word gifts or purpose or whatever the case may be. That all still can be very intimidating for some people, and I think we make it into this big philosophical thing, like you were saying, we're supposed to be the person that finds a cure for this or change the world or whatever. No, it don't even have to be that.
You're
But
right. It don't have to be that.
yeah, and um I think if you take time with it's all about self discovery. If it's something that doesn't come to you easy, something that you don't know, I think it would be beneficial to do some self discovery. Maybe read some books about the topic, to help you just get a little bit more clearer on it. I know they have like
Right.
even like little questionnaires and things like that. Like I've done that at church, and to kind of tap into what it is, what's my purpose. It kind of might ask you a couple things about any other, like just like any other little personality test or whatever. It has
Hmm.
something that's kind of designed, to help you find your purpose and things like that. So, and then when you find it, what are you going to do with it? It's our career isn't isn't always our purpose.
Right.
We just this is just where we make money at and stuff like that. I felt like I went into the medical field because I had so many questions um, about my mother and
Hmm.
her health and why she died. I know that's why I went into the medical field, and it was very intriguing to me to learn things and be able to, like, I had to make some kind of sense of her death. You know what I'm saying? That was why I
Right.
really went into that, and that's why I went to school to study or whatever. But once I got into it, once I really got into it, I was like, oh, okay, this is ministry work. This is ministry
Mhm.
work for me because the people that I encountered, the people that I came in contact with over the years. And these are people who had blessed my life, people who had told me I had blessed their lives. Some people we had became friends outside of work who were my patients. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it was definitely more like a ministry for me. It definitely wasn't my purpose in the area of, okay, I'm the best phlebotomist or I'm the best whatever medical assistant or whatever the case may be like that. But it was something deeper and bigger. But that's not my purpose though. That's just where I work. And I was at
Right.
my in my work operating under my gifts though, if that makes sense.
Right. Right. Now, see, to me, your gift and your purpose are pretty much one and the same. Um,
Mhm.
they work together, and I say that because, for instance, like my talent, which was dance and creativity, allowed me to minister to people. It opened me up to understanding life, understanding me, and being able to reach people. It also put me in a position to get me out of my shyness of being able to stand in front of people, because I could stand and dance in front of you, but I couldn't stand and talk to you,
Right.
you know. Also, what it did was put me in a position where I was able to talk to young women and boys about things in life. Um, they would come and talk to me and vent to me. You know, they had my number so they could text me, they could call me, and hey, I'm going through this, and I could reach out to them. So when I went to college, I went for social work. I wanted to do family therapy. Um, I worked a couple of years in my field, and then I left and started doing some other things. And but but let me say it like this: the gift or the purpose for me was me being able to talk to others and reach others and encourage others, be a listening ear for others, help others. And I feel like I'm still able to do that now. I feel like I've been able to do that here on YouTube. I've been able to do that with family and friends. I've been able to do that with other people that I've met and come across in life. Um, what your that's why I talked about your journey and things preparing you. See, my talent or gift was all wrapped in my purpose. And my purpose was me being able to reach individual people along my way in life.
Mhm.
I know this sounds crazy, but my also I've been through a lot in life, and it's taught me a lot in a short period of time. And I could sit here and I could say, God, why did you take my daughter? God, why at 29 years old did you sit me down with a lung disease? But I'm still able to do everything that I was able to do before. That was in my purpose. That was in my gift. I've still been able to help people with their dance. I've still been able to do a step show where they won, and I've still been able to reach people. The thing is, I've just learned more. The things that I've been through has taught me more. And zero, yes, some of the stuff you're saying, we said earlier in the chat. We talked earlier in the live about, you can't stay comfortable. In order to grow, you have to be uncomfortable. That's absolutely true. Um, but I'm just saying that all of that to say is that things that you experience, troubles that you experience, all of that stuff, um, it's like I said before, it builds you, it adds on to you. It's all part of your purpose. And we don't get it. We do the why me's, why did this happen to me? Why is it going this way? But you're learning. Muck, a lot of y'all that's in the chat, y'all been in live streams before where I've spoken to someone on the live stream, or Muck has spoken to someone on a live stream. Thank you for coming in. Love you. Thank you. But both of us have been in positions on YouTube where we end up using our own experience to talk and minister to other people.
Yeah.
But that's because those things that we went through in life taught us things, right? And it has allowed us to be able to sit here now as strong women, secure women, even though we still go through things daily because we're human. It has allowed us to be able to sit here and share and encourage others.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And the thing about it is the same things that we've gone through and the tears we've cried, other people have cried, or they're crying tears now, and they'll be
Hmm.
where we are one day and don't know it. People can look at you and say, Muck got it all together. Her hair be looking nice, makeup nice. You know, people love Muck because we do love you. You hair do look nice. Muck is fine, y'all. Muck look like
Thank
she's
you.
19 years old. But the thing is, like they say, thank God I don't look like what I've been through.
Hey, you better say it.
See, people don't know what you've been through, but they look at where you are now. See, y'all got to go through some things and you got to keep going. You got to stay the course. You can't give up. You can't sit in your mess. You can't sit in the mess of others and sit there and say, Lord, why me? You say, Lord, help me out of this. Show me. Tell me. God, I am listening. What is your will? What is your purpose for me? I'm confused. It's a lot of chaos going on right now. Hey, I'm looking, I'm trying. Show me. Now, what that means in all of that, when you're asking for help, you're looking for help. You got to be willing to do the work, though. Am I wrong? Right or wrong?
You got to be willing to do the work. You do. Because
You
you
got to be
can listen to
willing
a horse,
to,
but you can't make them drink.
right. You got to be willing to make some sacrifices too.
Yes.
You got to be willing to leave some folk behind. Unc was talking about that earlier in the chat. He
Yep.
said, hey, sometimes you don't want to leave folks behind. See, what you got to remember is you got to take care of you. It's not all the time about you taking care of folks. God to take care of them just like He taking care of you. You got to get where you're going.
Right.
You'll be stuck trying to carry the weight of others when you can barely carry your own load.
Right.
So what I'm saying is stop looking at what others look like now because you don't know what they went through, what they've been through to get to where they are. Just know that it's possible.
Yeah.
Just know that it's possible.
Yeah. And it
It's
goes back to
possible.
that whole comfortable thing, and sometimes if you if you're with somebody, if you're with somebody who you're not supposed to be with, okay, and this person is not supposed to be a part of your journey, or you supposed to be a part of theirs, or whatever the case may be, and you break from that, you might find that all of a sudden you start blossoming because that wasn't where you were supposed to be anyway. But we stay stuck in these situations and relationships because we get comfortable in them. And it's really a fear, again, going back to a fear of being alone or disappointing someone or getting
Mhm.
comfortable, because if you go to work every day, you clock in every day at 8 o'clock, you're going to do your job, you're going to, at the end of the shift, you have worked your 8 hours and you're going to get paid for it in a week or two. It's just a normal routine. But to put yourself out there and to start something outside of that, whether it's a business or something like that you totally depend on, can be very intimidating and scary to some people. So they would rather just stay comfortable than actually doing what they really want to do. Settle. They are settling.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why? Ask that question of why. Why that? Why do I settle?
All right. And see, what y'all got to remember is when you settle, that's giving up. Why have you
Yep.
given up?
Yep.
Why have you given up on you? Who told you that you weren't worth fighting for?
Yeah. And I've said many times, even, with making my videos or whether it's on a panel or whatever, um, don't look at me and think I have it all together. I tell people that stuff all the time. Like, don't look at me and think I have it all together or that nothing doesn't happen bad or whatever the case may be. Like you said, thank God you don't look like what you've been through, because
Mm,
um, you don't know what I'm fighting inside. You don't know what I've had to fight or get over to get to this place.
mm,
And then a lot of things are not, you can't see them, but they're internal. So people do wear masks, y'all. People do wear masks, and
right.
I feel like another gift of mine has always that is the ability to be able to see beyond that mask. And most of the times it's for protection. People do that to protect themselves, to protect their hearts, and or protect some hurt that they've been through or something like that. But that's why I was saying earlier when I was down in the chat, like, you might look at somebody and think it seems so easy for them, but you don't know what this person is going through to get
Right.
to what you see, the finished product that looks so easy to you, could have been hell for them to produce, to
Right.
get, to that. So, that's how that helps me to be able to, um, deal with others, and, not have false expectations and things like that, because I believe people are just people, and no matter what they show me, I'm not just looking at you on the surface. I want to see your heart. I want to feel your heart. And I can feel that through these videos. I can, since we're talking in a virtual world, I can feel
Mm-hmm.
that through a video, or through our interactions when we speak or whatever. And that's kind of what I connect with. Whether it's that you make me laugh, you make me smile, you have some good information, you know, um, it could be you could be a very interesting person because I've seen your heart. Not
Mm-hmm.
because you put this mask on and pretend to be something else. It's the real you that I am connecting with. And people don't trust themselves sometimes. And I think that also has a lot to do with the the purpose or the gift, not trusting or believing in your purpose. So
Now I
I know
want
I
to
said a
address something.
mouthful right there. I'm sorry.
That's okay, but I want to address something that Zero said in the chat. Now I'm gonna address this. Zero said, but sometimes you can let people know a lot about you. You can't let a lot of people know about you because they can use that info against you. And that's true. I'm not info, but Zero, that's true. They can use it against you. But see, that's the thing about making it through something. See, where I am in life now, there is nothing that I will tell you about me or that you can find out about me that you can use against me that'll hurt
Come
me,
on, man.
because the hurt that it caused the first time, I've already been healed from that.
Right.
See, so when I come back to you and I'm telling you my testimony, it's because God brought me out of it and I understand it. Now, it may hurt every now and then, but guess what? I made it through it, and you can never drag me back through the mud again, because guess
Yep.
what? God brought me out and you can't take me back.
Yep.
So my thing is, when you heal from those traumas and from those things that you've gone through, no one can take you back unless you allow them and you give them the power to. So someone can use it against you all day long, all day long. But your words that are my words don't have any power when you use them because they are mine. That's my life. I'm God's child. I've been delivered. You can't hurt me with something that I've already been delivered from. So let me say
Mhm.
this again. You can't hurt me with something that I've already been delivered from. You
Yeah.
can't hurt me with something that I've already been delivered from. So you don't have to walk in fear that somebody is going to bring that up and hurt you again. Live in the peace that you now have that God has given to you or that you found. Hold on to that. Don't give up your peace. No one
Yep.
can take your peace unless you give it to them. You
Yep.
can't control other people, what they say, what they do, what your children say or do, your parents say or do, your significant other, husband, wife, boo, crush, neighbor, co-worker, boss. You can't control them, but you can control you. And I'll polish every nail on your ass and blow them dry and won't be phased because I'm not giving you that power. You can call me any name that you want to. You
Yeah, and I
call me
mean,
any
we
name.
all may struggle in one way or another with things in our past that we aren't proud of, or things that we've had to reconcile within ourselves, or with God, or with other people. But once I have already reconciled that with God, once God has
Mm-hmm,
already forgiven me for that, I will not let
mm-hmm.
anybody re-sentence me, resend me, like bash me or anything like that because of what I've been through. Because I know that what I've been through is a part of my journey and it was a part of my purpose. So that's
Absolutely.
why I'm big on transparency, even being private. I'm private and I'm personal, but I am very big on transparency and sharing things, my personal struggles or things that I have overcome, because I feel that it can be a help to somebody else. You know, a lot of times things have been directly um, told to me. I can hear, like, share this. And sometimes I'm fighting, like, no, I don't want to share that. But this is where, God is pushing me or whatever. But I mean, I get what the person in the chat is saying, why people wear masks and things like that, because they're afraid. That's what I said. I said it's usually a fear why people wear masks or whatever. But and a lot of people do struggle with that, letting people hold things over their
Right.
heads and things like that. But if you own your story, can't nobody tell it like you. After you have
Hey,
exposed whatever this thing is, after you've exposed whatever it is, it's like, okay, now you know
so
that.
what?
Yes, that happened. Now what? So what?
So what?
You know what I'm saying? Next,
So
next.
what?
Yeah.
So
It's
what?
all about shame. And we sometimes we let people keep us in shame. That's something else that I will tell my daughters. Like, if it's something that you've been trying to overcome, uh and God has brought you through that, don't go back to it, because it's going to be 10
Mhm.
times worse. Don't go back through what you have already been delivered from.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
it's a lot of I think this conversation is um it just opened up a lot of things, because it's a lot of reasons why we question, why me, or why this or why that, and what are we afraid of, and what are our gifts, and measuring ourselves against other people, and all of it's,
Mhm.
but it's all related though. It's all interrelated, and
Right.
I agree with you 100%. Like you can't hold nothing over my head, because now that you know this about me, now what? What are you afraid of? People knowing.
But you know what? Zero, one thing about that too is that when someone uses your words against you, what they don't realize is that they are also revealing their true colors. Now I know that you're no good for me. Thank
Yeah,
you for revealing yourself. The devil has taken off his mask and shown himself. Okay, so you never meant me any good anyway. Thank you, Lord, for revealing this fraud. Now I know I can scratch you off my list and I don't have to be bothered with you anymore. See, that's a blessing that was meant to take you down. What the devil meant for bad, God made for my good, right? You meant that word that you tried to use against me. You tried to make that hurt me, right? But all it did was reveal the snake in the grass. And now I
right.
can go ahead and wash my hands of you. Thank you. You did me a favor.
Yeah, you really did me a favor. You really did me a favor, because now, and that's how I look at it. I'm not really looking at the person or their transgressions. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at
Keisha,
you
baby, I'm
for the
sorry.
for the way that you exposed. What's wrong?
No, I didn't know Keisha was backstage. I just happened to look down. But Keisha, give us a second and we're going to get to you in just a minute, baby. But go ahead,
Okay.
Mug.
Hey, Keish.
Hey,
Um,
Mom.
Yeah, but it's, I'm looking at the person that did the exposing, the person that is raving about this. I'm not looking at that person and their transgressions and what you told me about them. I'm side eyeing you, because
Right.
it's not making you look good to want to tear somebody down like that. I just don't believe in
Mhm.
people tearing people down. I don't. Even a person who I don't really rock with or bang with like that, or we used to be cool and we ain't no more. Don't I'm not on no hate train with nobody. I don't believe in
Right.
that.
Right.
And if you encounter those type of people and they expose themselves as such, run and consider a favor done. Now tell your
Right.
story the way that only you can, and be done with it. And
Right.
them. What's up,
Absolutely,
Keisha?
Mug. Hey, boo, come on.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, love.
Hey,
Nothing.
hey, everybody. I miss you all.
We miss you
Um,
too. Hope you're doing well.
Yes,
um,
God, I'm glad to see you.
it's a battle, Mother.
Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer real quick, y'all. Now, just know that me and Muck, we are not therapists. We are not doctors. We are just two women who have been through things in life, and we just want to uplift everyone else and show love. That's it. And support. We're not
Yeah.
trying to diagnose anyone or anything like that. Okay, but go ahead, Keisha, baby. I just wanted to say that.
Um, what really caught me is when y'all first started speaking about, going through something and making it through and understand that it's a purpose for you. And I was fully aware of that when I had my stroke last year. Even though I battle with certain things after the stroke, I still
Yeah.
always try to stay positive, but then I will find those days where I can't stop crying.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
and then when I just broke my leg, I was beating myself up because I felt so stupid because I knew that my legs have been weak since the stroke. I know that I have issues with my knees. So when I was doing what I was doing and my leg popped, it was like I knew better. I knew that my legs didn't have the strength to do what I was trying to do. And that's why I ended up in this situation. And I felt so stupid.
Oh,
But then I had to realize that it didn't have to be that. It could have been just another situation, but the same thing happening, just in a different place at a different time.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to accept that it didn't have to be what I was doing. It had to be something, it was something that needed to be done. Although it's painful, although I gotta go through it, but it needed to be done for a reason. Either I'm not seeing something, either, over this weekend, me and my family, we had a great breakthrough. Maybe I needed to be here for that. You know, I try to stay in the positive, but I struggle. I just have days where I just break down and I can't take it. I had enough. I'm done. I'm over it. I quit. But then I still just try to push through. But it's hard
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
when you
yeah,
always feeling like, why me? Why do I always have to go through something? Something I feel like I can fucking break. And I did
Mm-hmm.
catch a break. But
and you know what, Keisha? Um, you know, sometimes it's things happen that we don't quite understand why. And some, like you were just saying, you had a great breakthrough with your family, and maybe if this situation didn't happen, you may not have been sitting in a still place to be able to. Sometimes God will sit us down, and I'm not saying that that's what happened to you. I'm just trying to give you another way to look at it.
right.
But I think that you know going battling what you've been going through, um, since last year up until now, and things, with your health and stuff like that. But I feel like it still goes back to um, you're not looking like what you've been through, and we don't know how
Mm-hmm.
difficult it's been for you. A lot of us didn't even know that you were sick until you shared that, because you would just get on your platform and do your makeup and things like that. So you were still living. You hadn't you didn't give up, even if it was a little something in you that felt like, I can't take it no more, this is the day where I just lose it. You still kept pushing yourself to do that. So it's in you to go on. It's definitely
That
in you to go on, and it is a bigger purpose for you, than what it seems like right now. It
it
is.
and that has brought me through. Doing the makeup brings me so much joy. Just being
Mm-hmm.
able to form like that, it brings me so much joy at the end of it. And a lot of the times that did, it bring me through. It gave me something to do where I could focus my thoughts and keep it out
Yeah.
of the negative, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Keisha, I can definitely relate, love. I can relate to you on that in so many ways. I've cried plenty of days recently, and I'm glad that you've cried because you have to release that pressure.
Yes.
When you cry, I can guarantee you those days that you cried and you let it out, you felt better afterwards. You felt lighter afterwards because it's heavy.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't understand quite why things happen the way that they happen, and we want to be strong all the time. We have this mentality that we're supposed to be invincible, or that things aren't supposed to happen to us but to other people. Why did it happen to me? Like you said,
Yeah.
why me? But
Mhm.
see, God don't allow us to go through anything that we can't handle. See, you're mentally strong. God has given you everything that you need to deal with this type of battle.
Yes.
You're strong. See, there are some people out here that could go through those things and they wouldn't make it.
Mhm.
But you can. You have, and
And
you
I,
will.
but with that too, Shin, it's like I had to get out of asking myself, like, okay, I keep hearing that and I know I'm strong because, I overcome, but why do I have to keep being tested? Why is my strength constantly tested? And I had to get
It's
out of asking myself that. But that's a
mhm.
big question. How many tests do I have to go through to show you that I'm worthy? Like, what? How much more do I have to lose, go through, touch, break, fail at, like, to understand or to
Keep,
show or to prove that I'm worthy?
baby, I'm gonna tell you just like this. It's not about proving that you're worthy. I don't know if you missed the thing that I said earlier in the chat about the workout and muscles. God allows us to go through things because it's strengthening us for next level. God
Yeah.
already chose you. He already knows your worth. He's strengthening you, baby.
Yeah.
So if we talk, I don't know if you're religious or not, but think about all the stuff Job went through. He lost his
Oh
whole
my God.
family, his whole
Come
way
on.
of living, right? But he trusted God. He lost everything, but he still trusted God. You look, I know we are so equipped to look at things based on what we see,
Yes. Come on, Shin.
but it's not about what we see. It's about what's on the inside and what's coming forth. See, the devil, other people, people that want to see you struggle, love to see you down, they want you to focus on what it looks like.
Right. Oh,
It
girl. Come
hurts.
on now.
It's uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. You don't get it, right? You don't get it. But when you make it through, when it's over, because it will be a day. It will be a day. It doesn't feel like it now because you're going through it. But there will be a day.
It just seems
Keep
like,
going, baby.
yeah, I do. And as soon as it feels like I'm strong again, it's like, boop, knock you right back down. And I do. I get up, I start over, I push, I'm at it. As soon as I feel like I'm strong again, it's like, boop, slow you down. It's, I get up off the floor and I learn to walk again just to be knocked on the floor again. It's like, I don't know. I don't
Your
know.
Now,
your
I want to read
faith.
some stuff that's being said to you in the chat real quick, okay? Now,
Okay.
Reens is saying some stuff to you. She said, Keisha, we were made to persevere. Don't let anything you go through break you down. Build up, hon. Build up. Velvet says, even though I don't wear makeup, I love your videos. I try to catch them as much as I can. So what
You
that
know,
tells you right there is
I'm
that
sorry.
you're reaching somebody.
Can I
Now
cut
I'm gonna
in?
read one more.
I just want to say something to Velvet real quick. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much. Velvet. And I know because Velvet comes in and she don't care what video, but she will get on it just to leave me a comment and let me know she's thinking of me through this and she's praying for me. And thank you so much, Velvet. I
Mm-hmm.
get those messages, and sometimes you don't even know that in the moment I needed that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I said I was gonna tell you that because
Mm-hmm.
it has been 2 times that you reached out and I needed that at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has reached out and thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. That's awesome.
Mm, that's. Ooh, I'm gonna come back on that. I'm coming back to that, Velvet. Velvet, I'm coming back to you on that. Now, Keisha, I want to read one other thing that Wayne said to you. Um, she said, "Lovely Keisha, you are definitely worthy. Don't ever doubt that. Your strength will be inspiration for those around you. Your blessings are in the making."
Thank you.
Yeah. And please, please believe that, you know, it's even when it gets hard, if you can keep some faith, like Shem was saying, no matter what it looks like. I know a thing or two about that, no matter what it looks like. Okay.
Mhm.
And um, although your journey is yours, it's you still can have those no matter what it looks like moment. You know what? I'm going to keep pushing. Whether it's, okay, I fell today, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing, you know, and I think about how many stories of faith that we've heard about in the Bible that have carried people through. Just
Mhm.
people in general, it was their faith that took them through. It was their faith. The testing of your faith will come. It's going to come, but
This
you
is the
must
test.
remain steadfast.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You
And
know, your
look,
your faith is going to be tested. It is going to be tested, and especially because it is it's a rough patch for you. You know, the enemy knows the things to push your buttons,
right.
but
Yeah.
choose not to believe that. And a lot of it is what you're telling yourself too. You know, I'm
I
tired.
know.
I'm tired,
And
sick
I
of this. Every
try
time I
to,
try, yeah,
yeah, I try to keep that negative out of my thoughts, but I'm human. We're weak.
it's easier
And
Right.
said than done. Yeah,
But
and it
hold on.
happens.
Now, this is what you got to do, though, because, like I said, I understand. And it's easier, it's like, yeah, yeah, all that, keep the faith. Yep, yep, okay.
now I'm
Yeah, I
telling
know.
you, I could get
Sometimes
that. Oops, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
you all
Mm.
right. You all right. I know it's hard to hear that when you didn't like, tell me something that I can use right now. I know the I'll have faith part. I know that. Tell me something I can use right now. But to be honest with you, you know, there's nothing that we can tell you but to keep pushing and to every day keep going. And don't tell yourself that you are weak. Because if you tell yourself that you are weak or that is this negative thing and this negative thing, you'll start to internalize that and you'll stop fighting. You'll lose your motivation. You have to speak positivity back into yourself. Because if you don't, that I'm weak. Oh, this is terrible. Oh man, I've been there before. You will find yourself sitting down or laying in your bed feeling sorry for yourself. Now it's okay to take a moment to, just to breathe it out. Don't
Yeah.
stay there. Don't stay there. Don't stay there.
Yeah. I keep
And Wing
pushing.
said, mhm.
I'm, mm,
Well, I'm just gonna read Wayne's comment. She just said our right now is not the master's right now. And that's true. We want change right now.
yeah.
We want things to be over right now. We want healing right now. We want to be back on our feet right now. We want instant miracles. We want God, you a miracle working God. What happened to the Holy Spirit and anointing, the blood of Jesus falling down on me and changing me in the twinkle of an eye? See, that's what we look for, right? That's what we
Mhm.
want. But that's not how it goes. That's what we want. That's not God's plan.
Uh,
That's
I
not, go ahead, baby.
I can say that with this time, I was really blessed with somebody who's really caring for me because I can't get up on my leg, and I am blessed. Maybe that's another reason why it happened here, so that I can have somebody who was unfortunately lost their job due to the COVID, but was fortunately at home to be able to care for me every day. And I'm grateful to her for that. And
Mm-hmm.
I, she is keeping me going because it is. I be in here sometimes and I'm hopping on this thing or I'm pushing this wheelchair and I break down. I'm like, I'm sick of it, we have to talk then in that moment and redirect that. But it's just that breakdown because at that moment I'm sick of it. But
Yeah.
And you're not subhuman. You're going to have those thoughts. I think that those are natural thoughts that anybody going through a situation like that, would encounter. Um, and I feel like it's okay, to have that, not be so
Mm-hmm.
hard on yourself, but just not to stay in that place. Like you said, you have to redirect,
yeah,
and
Right.
it may just be a conscious effort, something that you're constantly telling yourself until it becomes second nature. Like, um, you can still do this, but you're doing it modified now. You have to make some modifications to your life,
right.
and
Right.
and
Now,
and stop and not fight that, but just go ahead and make the modifications until you can build your strength back up. Maybe learning
now,
to depend on other people. You said you have somebody there that you can depend on, but it may be hard for you to do that, but that person is there, So we have to when we take in the bad, we also have to take the good too.
right. Now, I do want to go ahead and read some more stuff. Let's read some more of the comments in the chat because a few people had some things for you, Keisha. Okay. So
Mhm.
Laura, also known as Animal Lover, said, you are God's daughter and he loves you. He has a plan for everyone. Things come in the right time. Storm said, or you can do it from an objective space. Admitting you are in a weak place is actually being strong. Be aware of it, but don't feel in it and be consumed by it.
Yes, Scorp. Yes,
Right.
yes,
What I was
Velvet,
yes.
just saying in a different
Velvet
way.
said, think of it. Velvet says, think of it this way, Keisha. As many see you fall is nothing compared to the ones that see you get up.
Mm.
Their exchange
Yes.
came in and said Proverbs 23 and 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Change your thoughts, baby. Now, if that ain't a word, if every from our right now is not the masters right now to animal lover, scorp, velvet, and fair exchange with this word here, baby, girl, God is telling you, keep going. It's hard now. The battle is always hard, girl. It's always tough. The workout is tough. The climb is tough. Me and Mug just got done talking about us going through things and coming out not looking like what we've been through.
Yeah. Yep.
Babe, girl, keep going. And see, like you said, things happen. Just so happened this person, was off work and able to be there with you during this time. You think that just happened? You don't think things happen for your good? That just randomly happened. Just no, 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 no. Things line up. Things
Yep.
happen at a
Yep.
certain time for a certain purpose. Period. She was meant to be there. Or whomever the person is that you're referring to, they were meant to be there at that time for you. That's why they were there. They went at home just to be off because of this pandemic. They were off at that particular time because God knew you were going to need help.
Yes.
We get so caught up in, everyday life and things just happening, and we fail to realize that God is pulling strings left and right. He's closing doors, opening doors, closing windows, opening windows, moving this around, creating this stepping stone, closing this door because you don't need to go over there, cutting this person off because they don't mean you any good. Sometimes he'll chop your leg off to save you, to sit you down, to make you think.
Yes. Yes. But
Science God is very strategic.
I'm gonna go back
ahead.
down the chat. I'm gonna go back down. I called them Jules. I thank you so much, Sheen. I thank you so much, everyone, for your words of encouragement.
Absolutely. You know you
And
are,
definitely,
sister.
girl, reach out. We always here, and you don't have to go through it alone. Velvet probably didn't even know that her, leaving you those comments and things like that, what they did for you. But it was
Right.
it was all divine.
Right.
Yeah.
Deb said, I love you, Keisha. We love you, Keisha. So don't be, look, you come back, baby. You are always welcome here.
Okay. Okay.
You are
Just
always welcome.
strengthen y'all prayers. And I'm gonna keep fighting. I don't give up. I may, fall a little short, but I keep pushing.
Right. And now look, now we're not here telling you that you don't have some more days that's gonna be tough and some more crying nights. They come. Now we're not telling you that. So, I don't want you to be like, Shan and Muck told me it was gonna get easier. No, I ain't say that, sis. So, sis, look, just know.
But the way you react to it and the way you handle it can get easier.
Right.
Right.
It can.
But you will be stronger. And you may not understand it now. A lot of things we don't understand. But ask God for understanding. Ask Him for peace, first of all. Ask Him for peace. And tonight I'm going to pray for your peace. Because with your peace
Thank you.
will come understanding.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pray for peace and be willing to receive it, okay? It's going to take some work. I don't mean lie to yourself. Be honest with yourself about how you're feeling. But we also want you to get some peace. Sonia said, Keisha, you can't give up. We look forward to our makeup tutorials. Absolutely. And Keisha, just to let you know, there were plenty of days I was in your bushes and you had no clue. I was just listening and watching right there. I've seen plenty of your tutorials. So we watching, sis. We love you and we support you. Keep going. Keep going, babe.
Yep, same. And she
Thank you for coming up, Keisha.
She be talking and she be doing her makeup and she be taking her time.
Mm-hmm.
And yep. So it's always good to let people know. That's why those comments and things are so important.
Right.
Because you never know, what you can do just by giving somebody a word.
Absolutely. Now I said I wanted to go back to Velvet. Now, y'all remember how we were talking about earlier, how I said that you can do one thing. Your purpose in life can be one thing to touch one person. Now, Velvet can be in, ran the streets or did whatever she did her whole life. And her one purpose in life was to give Keisha that inspiration, that motivation to lift her spirits. So you don't know how your purpose or what kind of gift you have. Velvet's gift was her presence. It was her being her. See, your gift is you. Is 100% you. Mug, when you're writing, that's you, right? When I'm dancing, that's me. That's my heart.
Right.
Velvet was giving her heart, and Keisha received it.
Right.
That's why it meant so much. That's why it was so effortless for Velvet.
Yeah.
Velvet probably didn't think twice about it.
Right.
But she was doing what was naturally part of who she is because that's who God created her to be. See, gifts don't come, with glamour and glitz. It's not for world show. It's for God's glory and for the love and healing of our sisters and brothers and our family members and those we meet, we cross paths with. So don't think for a moment that what you're doing is pointless or meaningless. It matters to somebody. It touches somebody. Your presence, your smile, your song, your dance, your food, whatever it is that you do, your comedy, your little jokes, whatever it is that you do that's natural to you is a gift and a blessing to somebody else. So when you're saying, why me? Just know that God has chosen you and he's preparing you for greatness.
Yep. Lisa, you have a blessed night as well.
Hmm. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had a moment there. Lisa says, hey, ladies, this has been food for the soul. I love encouraging heartfelt lives. I'm blessed to see each and every one of you. Have a great night. Thank you for coming, Lisa. Love, much love to you. Love you. 247 says you can make it. I know. I woke up paralyzed in 2017. I'm still going through therapy for walking and my hand. But take the good and the bad. You will get stronger. Now, 247, the way you were dancing in that video for my birthday live, baby, you paralyzed well. Because,
Right.
baby, you removed it. Now, that ain't a testimony. Wing said, I'm here to spread joy and laughter. And, baby, you definitely do that.
Yep.
Y'all, just know that you matter. You're loved. Y'all have purpose.
Oops, I'm sorry. I muted out. I think it's distorting the voice a little bit.
It did. I think it did mute out. Yeah, it did. Despite what it
It's
looks
good
like,
now.
what it feels like, keep going. Don't get distracted. Don't be discouraged. Like the song says, be encouraged no matter what's going on. He'll make it all right. But you got to stay strong.
Yep.
That's an
And
old one,
trials will
y'all.
come for all of us. The trials come
Mm-hmm.
for all of us, you know. You never know
Uh,
what tomorrow is going to bring, you know, but
oh,
you got to
you
stay
must have had to go
strong.
by for a minute when you muted out.
Yeah, I think it's over now.
Yeah. Thank you, Velvet, for letting me know, babe.
But yeah, it has been a really good conversation, and that's why I was saying that, you know, even though you started off the topic with why me, it branched off into other things, and but they're all related, you know, and we kind of circle back to that with Keisha.
Hmm.
So I also want to just tell her to thank her for sharing, you know, a little bit of her heart and her story and what she's going through, because that took strength and courage,
It did.
you know, and for her to cry her tears. And that's why, you know, I never tell people don't cry, you know. Sometimes people say, don't cry, don't cry. I never
Right.
do that. Let them cry, let her, she needed to
Yes.
get that out probably.
Right.
It's
Yes.
a release, it's a release, you know. And I felt it, I felt, you know, a little bit of happiness for her that she was able to release in that moment and find something
Mhm.
that she related to. Because even sometimes just getting it out is a big step into moving forward.
It is. It is. It is. It is. And I'm glad, Keisha, thank you for for trusting us enough to come and be vulnerable with us. Thank
Yeah,
you for that. And I'm pretty sure that you sharing your story made someone else think about what they're dealing with, and it encouraged them as well.
yeah.
Ooh. Now, y'all, what can you read Thea's comment for me?
To be honest, I'm still questioning my own faith and everything that has happened this year. I'm still going through it. And now, in about a week or less, we'll have another baby I will also be caring for. I'm thankful I will be able to keep these kids together. But this journey has been very hard. One muck, you know some of it. Yeah, but so who is having a baby? You're not having a baby, right? You mean one of your kids is having a baby? Still trying to find the strength to pull through everything. You have the strength. The strength is
Absolutely.
in you. Okay, your daughter's having a baby. Yeah, you have the strength. It's the strength is in you. Um, you know, I do remember you sharing a little bit a while ago about some of the things that you were going through, and you could not even really talk about it at that time. So, you know, every day, whether you notice it or not, you have gotten stronger, and you'll get through it. But now she's not here, and everything that you need, it's you're equipped to handle it. You know, it
Right.
may not even seem like it right now, but you are, you
Right.
know.
And the thing is, too, Thea, is that there are things that you don't have in your possession right now.
Mhm.
Once the baby gets here, you'll be surprised how things start to fall in line and fall in place. Things will come, just keep going. I'm not saying stand still. Still, if there are things that you need, it's okay to ask or do a little bit of research. That's okay. but things will line up. People that you need that can bless you, be a blessing to you, they will cross your path. Y'all will meet. Your daughter
Yeah.
will meet them. Needs will be met. He is a provider, and you will receive it. Believe it.
I won't see my daughter for another year or two with the deal. I pay a lawyer over 400 a month. I'm so broke. I don't even have what I need for this baby. I'm trying so hard. You have it. That's exactly what Shem was just saying, that the paths that you'll cross and the things that will come up, and um I remember when the I had 3 kids for a long time. I had 3 kids, and then years later I had Jordy, and it was like starting all over. Like my kids were pretty much getting out of the way and stuff, and a lot of my apprehensions were financial. And I'm like, how am I gonna take care of 4 kids? It's been a struggle to take care of 3 kids, and then having to do college and all that stuff like that. It was just very overwhelming for me. And
Mhm.
and for a long time, um I kept it all to myself. And when I had her, I wasn't prepared, like financially or anything like that. I wasn't prepared, but from the moment she came into the world, that girl has never wanted for anything, and doors just began opening, and you know many things were given, and people blessed me. And I'm just saying that the main thing that that baby is going to need is love. You got that in you because of the I know you do, because of the sacrifice that you have made to even have her. Everything else is going to fall into place. I know it seems really hard right now, especially at a time like this, and I know what it's like to be robbing Peter to pay Paul, but
Mhm.
you will make it. You will make it, and that baby will have what she needs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Amen to that.
Keep your faith. I know you said you're questioning it, but keep it, because you're not going through it alone. But the main thing that is needed is going to be the love. And you got that part covered. The rest is going to fall into
Absolutely.
place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a
There,
lot.
you know, there just I'm gonna DM you there. And 247 is saying something right now. There, definitely get all the resources you can. Join a support group helps. Your help will come. If you can set a schedule, helps a lot. But most importantly, just breathe. 247 is absolutely correct. And that's what I was going to say when I DM'd you about resources. There are resources available. Um, and a lot of times when the baby is born, there is a doctor or social worker available to talk to.
Hmm.
And they have ways of getting you things that you need.
Yeah, and you have to be, honest about your needs, what your needs are, and
Right.
use the resources that are around you. And I think what 247 said. is a great tool, to join a support group, people that are experiencing the things that you're experiencing. It can help you deal with it a lot better. Um, you know, talking to other people that are going through the same things. That's why I was saying you don't have to go through, you won't go through it alone. You don't have to go through it alone. I know it seems like it's just you, but there are others there, you know, and you have to, I think, put yourself out there to get those resources and be honest about what your needs are, or the frustrations that you're feeling, and trust that it'll work out. It might be, a little hard. It might take some work, might take some fighting, some advocating, and then you're going to need a release, and that's kind of where the support group can come in.
Right. And it's going to be frustrating. That's the thing. When you're looking for resources, you can be overwhelmed because it's so much. And you're like, I don't know who to call. I don't know what I need. It could be overwhelming. So 247 said another great thing, just breathe. So
Yeah.
if you're looking and you get frustrated because things aren't falling into place, it's okay. Take a moment, breathe, step away, and then revisit. Scorp says try the local Department of Child Services in your area.
Right. And I
Pooh
think
said,
that's who is going to be facilitating things between her and the baby anyway. I think that's what she was saying above.
okay,
It's okay, Keisha.
that's okay, Keisha.
Hey, Pooh.
Blue said, put it in God's hands and believe. I promise you, it will get better. Velvet says, that we are at our lowest. When we are at our lowest, that's when we are at our best because God sees us and steps in and shows us and shows out beyond what we ever thought possible. We love you. Yeah, it'll work out. And like Muck said, be honest. Let people know what you need. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't allow frustration to make you stop or discourage you. Take a moment if you need it, but get back out there, get back up, keep going. Things will fall in place. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure because I got this spectrum over here, baby, and they cuts up sometimes. I just want to
No,
make
you
sure.
good. Hi, Zero the Infinite. How are you?
Hmm.
Definitely the case. I was speaking to Zero the Infinite.
Oh, okay.
Definitely a caseworker can get a lot of things for free. They can do a lot depending on your state. They give some money, financial payments with kinship. Hey, Walia. Yeah. So thank y'all to everybody in the chat too. Um, just for giving their different way to, look at things too, and maybe some information she can tap into some resources and stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mug. Thank y'all. And hey, Walia, thank you for coming in, but we're getting ready. I'm getting ready to shut it down. Um, but thank you, Thea, for opening up to us. And I'm going to say a prayer for you as well for your peace and for God to direct you and open doors and windows and even
Yeah.
take the roof off if need be so that your blessings can come pouring in. Well,
The
Leah has
kinship
recommended.
or
Go ahead, Mo.
what program? Oh yeah, Walia was saying that's what I was going to recommend, the kinship or RAP program, RAAP. Never heard of that, but that sounds that's some good information, some other information that you can, take down, write it down there. And yeah,
That's absolutely true, Pooh. Yes, I agree. When you're vulnerable with God and you trust Him, He will show out for you.
yep.
All right, y'all, I'm getting short of breath. So that's my cue. So
Alright.
I want to thank you guys so much for
Let me go ahead
sharing.
on and jump down. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you, thank
Sure.
you, thank you. I appreciate you for sharing
Anytime.
everything.
No problem.
Love you. But I want to thank y'all again for joining me tonight. This live has been a blessing to me. It's allowed me to feed myself and remind myself of some things. I hope you guys receive some things as well. And if you missed anything, definitely run it back. And I'm so thankful. Thank you guys. Thank you for the feedback. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You guys be blessed. Y'all keep going. Remember, it may not look good right now. It may not feel good right now, but keep going. God trusts and believes in you enough to trust you with his plan. Believe in him. Wayne said we all go through different things and we are family here. Don't hesitate to reach out. Collectively, we have AC Wealth of Knowledge, a wealth of knowledge. It takes a village. Amen, Bay. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Good night, everyone. I love y'all. Tomorrow night, Sonya, the essence of Sonya, will go live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope I see you guys then. If not, I will see y'all next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I love y'all. Be blessed. Be encouraged. Love on yourself. Find your peace, what makes you happy. And y'all have a beautiful night, all right? Love you. Good night.